Yo, what's up? This is Logic, hip-hop artist from Maryland, and you're tuned into The Stashed.
What's good, people? Welcome to thestash.com. I'm over here with the young boy out of Maryland, Logic. What's good, family?
What's up, man? How you doing? I'm good. I'm blessed. I'm excited to be here.
Great. Well, we know the Why You Wait tour is about to kick off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's been a while, and it's an aptly titled tour.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So tell the people exactly why you call it the Why You Wait tour, because you've been kind of working really hard right now. So explain it a little bit.
I'm calling it the Why You Wait tour because it's like all my fans are excited. They're ready for the album, you know what I mean? So I've been like releasing records and tracks and all these different things for them to wait while they're waiting for the album. So going on tour, it's the last time I did my own headlining tour was last year around the same time, and it was for my last mixtape called Welcome to Forever. And since then, I mean, the numbers, Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff, as well as the fans, has grown exponentially. So it's like we kind of want to give the fans that we've gotten since then another run at Welcome to Forever, while also introducing new records and maybe some singles off the album to perform live.
Dope. Well, speaking of Lucy's that you've been giving away to the fans, you just dropped the Finding Forever track. Samples Common, one of my favorite albums.
Produced by the homie Six, man. Who's all over the album.
Absolutely. So tell me the inspiration behind that freestyle, and what was your mindset going into that?
I was really inspired by that from just Six's production, because like I just heard it. What he did was he actually did like a remix of it. So that beat is his, and then but like we took the acapella from the hook, go from Kanye.
Yeah.
But what he originally did is he just like took the whole acapella. So Common was on it, and I was like, oh, this is crazy. I'm like, I know I've heard this before, right? And he's like, oh yeah, but I did the beat. I'm like, oh, okay. Take Common off, no disrespect, and leave the hook and let me rap on it. And so that's how it came. And I even shout out Common out in it and stuff like that. He's a really nice guy.
Nice.
And so that's how that happened.
Now your first single from your upcoming album features Big Sean.
Well, actually, the funny thing about that is, it's fine. A lot of people think it's a single just because it's Big Sean on the record.
Gotcha.
That's not on the album. There's actually going to be no features on my album.
Wow.
And the reason I know, why would you do that? The reason I did that is because I feel like it's my story. I wanted to Illmatic it, you know what I mean? I really didn't want any major features on it. I just wanted it to be me. I don't need anybody else to tell my story, and I don't want somebody else coming on my shit. Can I cuss?
Of course you can.
Okay, cool. I don't want nobody else coming on my
shit,
telling their story, you know what I mean? And then some people be like, oh, well, his album probably ain't gonna be that good if he ain't got features, this or this. Well, don't discredit me, man. Like, I don't need cosign. I don't want somebody's cosign just, so somebody else will buy my album. I want you to buy my album because of me, not because of somebody else. Now, don't get me wrong, as far as marketing goes, you know what I mean? Like seeing some of your favorite rappers on there, but hey, who knows who's gonna be on the deluxe? So that's what I'm saying. Who knows? Because like I'm making a very, very raw, real, dark, hip hop, lyrical album.
Okay.
So on the actual album, it's not radio bangers and this and that. But who knows what's on the deluxe?
Absolutely.
To give to Def Jam and spin and do this and do that. So I'm kind of like approaching it from all avenues. But yes, as far as that, that's all right, man. That's a crazy song.
Well, it's good to hear about that. Well, I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit before. You said you don't want people telling these stories. So your first full-length, major label project. Like, what is your story? Is it going to be like a running dialogue throughout the album? Is it going to be like a theme?
It's extremely conceptual. I mean, there's like multiple concepts in it. It's not just one concept. There's multiple concepts. There's different things. Like with my fans, I have this like thing. It was like trending on Twitter. #Who is Nicki? So like Nicki plays a huge part of my life, and everybody's like, who is it? Who is it? Who is she? Who is she? And it's like you'll find out on the album. And then like throughout the album, through the track list, you hear me talk about her, and then you get to a particular song, and then you find out, who she is, and all this other crazy stuff. And there's like fun things for like hip hop heads. Like if you love Tribe, you'll love the album. If you love, Outkast, you'll love the album. And I draw in a lot of, my different inspirations. But as far as what I'm actually talking about, it's who I am. It's who is Logic. Like I feel like everybody's heard the name, but it's like, and for those of you guys who actually enjoy hip hop, you're like, okay, yeah, this dude can spit. He can spit. I get it. But it's like, what is it about him? Like, what is it that I don't know? What is it that I don't get? And that's what I'm giving you on this album. On the mixtapes, I could go from rapping on a Drake beat to rapping on a Miss Jackson by Outkast.
Yep.
On this album, it's just one cohesive, linear story. Coming up how I came up, very dirt broke, and dealing with drugs and alcohol in my life from my parents, and all different aspects of adolescence into manhood. So it's my story. It's my introduction.
Well, now I read something somewhere that you're straight edge, that you used to smoke and you used to drink and all this stuff, and you don't do that stuff.
Well, I don't know
anymore.
if I would use the term straight edge, because like if I wanted to smoke a blunt right now, I'd be like, yo, give me that blunt right quick, like pass it. Or if I wanted to drink, and every once in a while, like I'll have like half a beer, like, because for me it's not even like, it's not, I don't know how to explain it. I enjoy this. I like my mentality right here, right now. And it's not like sober life, like, fuck no. Like, bro, if y'all want to, everybody on my team smokes and drinks and has a good time. It's a part of life. I just, for whatever reason at this moment in time, it doesn't fuel me now. My homie Big Lenny, he's always like, man, trust me, in a couple years, you're going to be watching Vanilla Sky, just watching a movie and smoking weed on Friday nights and shit. And he's probably right. But as of right now, it's just something that personally doesn't drive me.
All right. Well, you know, I was going to ask that question to kind of dive into, you know, how your parents just kind of influenced your music and, you know, the type of lyrical content that you talk about, because, you know, it's some heavy stuff on there.
It is very heavy. And the album is like, honestly, you know, I have a friend, Nick Huff, over at Hard Knock TV. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the interviews.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's a homie of mine. And like off camera, I asked him, I was like, what do you want to hear from a Logic album before I even really started it? And he was like, I feel like with your mixtapes, you were telling me, he was like, on this album, I want you to show me. So it's like, okay, I've talked about my mother getting stabbed. I've talked about my father smoking crack. I've talked about, you know, like my brothers and kind of, you know, them hustling crack and different things like that. But I never actually painted that picture. I never took you to West Deer Park. I never took you to my household. I never brought you to my room and painted the picture of what it was like to be there, or to lay in bed with an eviction notice on my door and not knowing where I'm going to eat or what I'm going to do. So it's like I painted that picture and so much more on this album to really, really let you know what it was like. And it's kind of dark in a sense that I would tell you, but I'm not like, but everything's okay. Like we made it. Like it's kind of like,
there's no happy ending. It's kind of like,
I mean,
this is it.
In the songs, but there's like a happy ending to the album. Like it's very, like the last one, you know, Nick always says it's like victory. You know what I mean? So it's very good. It has its ups and downs, just as it should, but it paints the picture like no tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Nice.
A lot of people probably are going to be like, damn, I can't believe he actually went through that, you know? Because people look at me, obviously just because of my skin color, and not even know, you know, that I'm biracial, and be like, oh, he never went through this, or he never went through that, or this, or da-da-da-da. And they're going to hear this album, and they'll fully understand.
Nice. Well, switching gears a little bit, you know, we're, I don't want nobody to catch no tears while we're watching shit like that. But, you know, your tour's about to start, and, you know, I don't know if anybody's ever been to if you haven't been to a Logic show before, it's a very different experience. So,
man.
You know, try and take somebody who's watching this, who is thinking about going to check you out, and give them the experience of what seeing you live is all about.
It's crazy, man. So, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like the best time in the world ever, like of existence. Like you go there, everybody's very positive, because I'm a super positive dude. Like my whole message is peace, love, and positivity. Like that's real. That's just who I am. That's what I embody. And like, so first and foremost, it's an extremely safe environment. I mean, sometimes you got some drunk dude acting like an idiot. Yeah, shit happens. But like for the most part, it's really safe. You know, I've got kids who are 12 years old. I got people in their 30s and 40s showing up to my. So it's extremely like mixed demographic. You know, you got Asian people, white people, black people, Indian people, like people from all over the world, which is insane. All you know, of all creeds and ages. But on top of that, man, the show is so much fun. You know, DJ Rhetoric, my DJ, you know, that's like my number one dude. Like his energy and just how we go back and forth, you know, from his tables to my mic is insane. The crowd always loves to participate. We always have like certain cities we have guests come out. You know, some of y'all's favorite rappers who are my homies will come out. We got people dressing up like Gumby, and like, you know, we got large teddy bears on the shit, like stage diving, and it's just overall, it's just an incredibly fun, great time. It's just, I can't explain it. I've never, you know, sometimes you go to concerts and there's some dude like, yeah, these fucking bitches in these, like it's whatever, and everybody's in the crowd like hard as fuck, like 36-year-old crack dealers like, yeah, like spit that shit. Definitely not that, you know what I mean? So it's a good time. It's a good experience.
Nice. Well, yeah, switching gears one more time. You're a double XL freshman alumni.
Yes,
you know
I am. That's weird. That's
crazy. Is weird. It's been a quick year.
Yeah, it's been a very quick year.
So, you know, the new double XL cover just came out. I think it has
Isaiah, Vic,
Troyev,
John Connor.
John Connor. Give me your thoughts on, you know, the guys that they've picked. And
I think it's dope, man. I think every year has its place. You know, one of my favorite years, you know, besides mine was it was definitely like, you know, Cole and like all them. You know, the Kendrick year was great. That was super fun. But I mean, some of my favorites on here are definitely Vic. Vic is like the
Vic
homie, and he's just amazing at what he does. He's from Chicago. That's my second home. Like him, Chance, good dude. Like, so it's a lot of people on there that I've just fucked with heavy, and I think it's really cool to see. It's weird, like I said, now that I was one of the ones that already did it. And me, I know I went a little quiet, after my tour. I mean, I went on tour with Cudi, and I did my tour, I did all this other, but I'm talking about like in the industry, right? Here I went quiet because I didn't want to just big up a mixtape. Like when I come back, like after that cover, I want it to be for this right here, this album, these singles, all this other stuff. But it's crazy. It's crazy to know that, I told myself 2013 I was going to be on that cover, and I was. So shout out to XXL, appreciate that. Awesome. And I'm excited to see what this new class does. Awesome.
Is there anybody that you believe should have made the cover that didn't?
Casey Veggies again got snubbed. That's
when are they gonna get?
I don't understand. I think it's to the point almost like with Dom, because we wanted Dom to get it. Everybody wanted to get it, and he just never got it. And now he's just like almost essentially an OG without the cover. I feel like that might happen. Like if they don't put him on next year, I'm gonna have to call Vanessa and be like, look, you gotta put Casey on. What are you doing? Like, nah, I'm just kidding. But it is what it is, man. They it's like insane.
It's almost like some artists are using that and it's working to their benefit. You know what I mean? Like, because every time that cover comes out, there's like a handful of people where it's like, okay, well,
what about this? What about? But also, just like you said, you used to work at the Source.
Yes.
And so it's the same. Y'all went over crazy stuff. Are you giving them 5 mics, 3 mics? Like, what did they deserve? So trust me, I know how intense those conversations are and how they fight for people, and they really think about it. And it's a really hard job, man. Think about that.
Definitely.
Because no matter what you do, you're still gonna get backlash. There's a lot of love and praise, but no matter what they do, the decision they make, they
can't please everybody.
But that's how it is with making music. You know what I mean? Like, I can make radio records, I can make raw records. I've gotten fans who were like, oh, I love this record, that was radio record. I love this record, that was this. But at the end of the day, like, if I make this type of record, that demographic isn't gonna like it. If I like this, it's gonna bore them, but who gives a shit as long as I'm happy, you know what I mean?
Very true, very true. Now, I read somewhere that you wanted to be an actor when you were younger.
Still do.
And you still want to be.
Still do.
You know what I mean? Tell me a little bit about, do you have like an acting background, or is it just anything that
No, it's just fun. It's funny because like this is almost like a running joke. I say it all the time, so Joe knows where I'm going with this. Like, you ever be on Twitter and you see like this like real basic ass bitch that's like, I'm a singer, actor, dancer, like I be dancing, I'm a single mother, like this. Like, you have to pick one thing and master it. Master your craft before you move on. Like, man, I want to write books. I want to do a lot of things, with my life and my time, thanks to music. But I want to master this. I want to be known as one of the greatest to do it, because obviously, why would I be doing it if you don't want to be the greatest? And once I'm good there, I want to go on to acting and see where that takes me, hopefully.
Nice.
So yeah, it's something that I still want to do.
Okay. Do you have any acting inspirations? I mean, we know a lot of your music inspirations, but there's anybody that you
nobody's
see
ever asked me that before. I really like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I like his vein of what he does, from 500 Days of Summer to Inception to Batman. So he's definitely one. Oh my God, what's homies from Fight Club? Edward Norton.
Ed Norton, yeah.
Dog, yeah, he's a big one too.
Nice. All right, so is there any last things that you want to add on? The tour starting.
So the tour is starting while you wait on the 22nd of May, and it starts in Atlanta. So make sure you get your tickets. It's gonna be fun. A lot of the spots are gonna sell out, so get them quick. Man, the singles are coming. The album is coming. More information about that. We definitely got to sit down again and go in depth about it. Hit my Twitter, Logic301, LOGIC301, and shout out to the fans. The Rat Pack couldn't be here without you in New York. This shit is crazy. Oh my God, what the fuck?
I appreciate you, man. Thanks a lot,
so much.
dude.
Appreciate it.
Take it easy, man.
All right.